Do you know the one thing memoir writers never do, but if they did, it would make their stories immediately more compelling? Today, I want to talk about a narrative therapy practice that will empower you to write more compelling memoir. I'm Nicole Breit, award-winning essayist, creator of the Spark Your Story Lab, and I help writers craft their best work so they can share it with the world. Today, I want to talk about what I call radical retellings of your foundational stories. A few years ago, I completed my foundational certificate in narrative therapy. And if you're not familiar with the theory behind narrative therapy, one of its principal tenets is that all of us are multi-storied individuals. That means that we all have multiple stories about events in our lives, even different stories about the same event. Basically, one life contains many stories, and we can actually have different realities around the same experience. Many writers, myself included, feel pulled to tell difficult stories. We want to write from both the wound and the scar. Those are the burning stories that we feel compelled to tell. But what most writers fail to do is recognize themselves as survivors, or really the heroes of their stories. They don't identify what it is inside themselves that helped them live to tell a hard tale. I think in part this is because we write to find meaning, to understand what happened or where things began to go wrong in a difficult story. It isn't our natural instinct to look at ourselves and see the qualities that we have that helped us, or the resources that we had that enabled us to survive a difficult situation. What that often comes down to is that we are missing important elements of the story, important pieces of our narrator, ourselves as the main characters on a specific journey. In a narrative therapy context, you might be invited to reflect on the qualities in yourself that helped you get through or cope with a difficult situation. You would be invited to identify the traits or personal qualities that helped you get through an experience of fear, harm, or loss. So let me ask you, if you were to reflect on what it is inside yourself that helped you to survive a story that you want to tell, how would that change the story? How would that deepen the story? How might it shape the story that you want to tell? You may just discover another way of looking at a story that you thought you knew inside out, but actually are seeing a new perspective, a new way to shine a light on the story that you're telling. So is there a story that you would like to tell from this more empowered point of view, where you include or actually focus on the personal quality in yourself that helped you survive? So if there is a story that you would like to rewrite or approach from this more empowered perspective, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you next time.